Can y'all hear me now? Oh, it's always something. Give me half a second. It should be, hopefully y'all should hear me. I know, no sound. Hold on, I'm waiting for it to catch up. Can y'all hear me now? All right, so yeah, that was fun. Hey folks, AJ the CEO with the sound technical difficulties. Hello everybody, AJ the CEO here. Thank you so much for joining me. This is different. Normally this is a later one. We had a lot of projects going on, and I had a whole lot of ministries we had to get straight before Sunday. So we were pushing it. So decided to do this late because tomorrow, folks, tomorrow it is our missionary conference, the first one. We're excited. We got a lot of people who are doing training and testing and all this other stuff. A bunch of them in the group right now. Thank y'all so much. I want to give them a big shout out. There's no way I could have been able to do any of this stuff by my own. And this is a group and team effort. Thank you so much. I want to thank the Intercessory Prayer Warriors, the West family. We got Josh, Mike, Otis. I mean, so I don't want to call out. I don't want to name a lot of people because I know I'm forget somebody, but I mean, everybody in the e-missionary community, we're bringing this. This ain't the AJ thing. This is the e-missionary thing. We're bringing it to try and help as many ministries as possible. Check it out at emissionaryconference.com. You can still get registered. It's only $75, and it will give you access to both days. We're starting day one on the 24th tomorrow, another one on the 31st. And if you miss it, doesn't matter. You can get all of the videos, all the sessions going on. You don't want to miss it, though, if you get in there live, because you'll be able to chat with some of the teachers, ask some questions, and hey, we're not mentioning denominations or nothing. We're just here to try and help as much as we possibly can. So, again, thank y'all so much for that. And if you haven't, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, as well as share and hit that bell notification. That way you don't miss out on any of the stuff that we do. I think I got everything. I know it's been a minute. I was on vacation. I need another vacation. Sound is my sound messing up? And if you haven't, please make sure. Oh, it sounds fine here. Anyway, let me get some shout outs to everybody up in here. Parker, hello. Anthony, hello. Anthony, I need to get with you because we're doing a class on live streaming equipment, and my bad for not catching up with you. Antonio, hello. Aaron, hello. Miss Congeniality, hello. Sanoga Moses, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, from Uganda, hello. Jaquil Curry, hello. Monty, what's up? Joe Lee, Steve, hello. What else we got? We got Mike here, Dean Home 1, Josh, Rob, JB Benz, Mr. G. Albert. Who else we got here? J. Cow, Nicholson Ministries, Don, Mr. Clarence, Streets of Destiny, Sean White, Emmanuel Francis, Simon, Joshua, and I think that's everybody I see in here. Pastor B, hello. Thank y'all so much. Unique DNA. What is going on again? Thank y'all so much. Some people said, AJ, why don't you do this in the afternoons? It all depends. You never know. We might. I'm going in and out, muffled sound. Anybody else getting that? Hold on. I think that's everybody I see in here. Pastor B, hello. Thank y'all so much. Unique DNA. What is going on again? I think it's just because I have a fan on under me, and maybe that's what it's picking up. We got some folks from Puerto Rico. I haven't been there in a while. But anyway, enough of me blabbing, folks. Linda, hello. Let's get to fire some questions at me, folks. Yeah, Mike is talking about hopefully we don't have any sound issues. But guess what, folks? It's just like any other ministry. And why is my I'm missing my display here because I'm missing my questions. All right, we got that right here. I knew what I was missing. I don't have my studio monitor up. See, I'm telling you, man, I haven't been here in a minute, and I'm getting thrown off here. So let me move YouTube over here. Got my monitor over here so I can see y'all's questions here. Yeah, I'm really excited. We got a bunch of stuff going on in there. Now I can see the questions, Mike. Yeah, hopefully this doesn't work, have any issues, but hey, this is just how it works. This is media ministry. It's always going to be something. We just got to be prepared. Man, excuse me. I don't know if y'all can see, I got a ton of stuff here. We got about like 6 PTZ cameras. We got an ATEM television studio. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Got a computer right here that I'm building, but for some odd reason, it's not picking up the 3400G, so I might need to get a new processor. But yeah, really excited. Jinx, hello. So you know, fire away some questions at me, folks. I mean, I'm here to help y'all. Again, I could talk about the conference, which I'm really, really excited about. Maybe I can take you on a tour of that. How about that? We got some people who are kicking the tires right now, testing out everything. Let me go into incognito. Let me go here to the site here so everybody can see. And just so everybody knows, once you get your ticket in here, you have access to everything that we have on here for the entire year. So it's not like we're trying to hurry up and rush you up out of here or nothing. And what screen am I on? Number 4. There we go. So here on the website, boom, there you go. Let's go to some of our speakers here. Like I said, Mr. J. Kyle here. We got Justin Nava, Monty, Josh, people who are up in this stream right now. David Baskerville, Francisco, Jaleel, Jamie, Dominic, Courtney, Otis, Rachel, Mr. Chuck Taylor, Hal, Reverend Arthur Leaks, Mike here in the stream, Elsie, Ramonda, and Matt Koch. Both of them are from ministries from France. I told you we're all over the place, folks. We got the Carter brothers, Mark and Cambron. We got Anthony, again, like I said. Don is in here, me, my brother-in-law, and Stephanie. We got a lot of folks here, folks that we're trying to help and share what we know in some way, shape, or form to help y'all in your media ministry. All right, so I think we got some questions now. Let's see. Steve was saying here, are all IP search tools from PC, nothing for Mac? No, I think there is one. I was this close to buying a Mac Mini today for training because I've had so many people ask me, and it's cheaper to buy a Mac Mini than it is for me to buy a new graphics card for my Hackintosh. But I'm gonna try and get back to that. But I think there are, especially Mac. You can run some from the command line to get some things like that. I don't know, but I will circle back and try and find out as much as possible. Rajin, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. David, let's see what you got here for me. Looking to purchase simultaneous interpretation system for our church. Please share any suggestions. Honestly, that's something new. I've been wanting to do something like that and do some research on it. I know Otis has told me about this, and I know another ministry, what they do is they use vMix, and they send the audio to someone else in an isolated room, and they translate, and it sends the audio back on a different mix for a separate channel that they're streaming to. That's the only thing that I know of. I don't know of anything that's live that will go fast enough and is accurate enough to do. Now, there's one software that I've been wanting to do that doesn't tie into this. Look out for a video on Discrete. That software is serious. I'm ready to play around with that, but I will see. I don't know anything off the top of my head, but I will do some research and let you know. Probably do it in a video or something like that when I find out. Pastor B, and I saw your comment, Pastor B. I actually sent you a reply to it. One question I asked on another video, can you show how to use the upstream key in SuperSource for a specific camera? Sure, and that was the question I responded to. Let me see if I can bring something up here. I don't want to throw everything off while I'm doing this. Let's see. Let's take the comments down. Let's switch over to the screen here. So here is my ATEM software. And for our palettes, we'll go to SuperSource and we can play with all of these things. Now, each one of the upstream keys you can tie to a given input. So I'm going to see if I can do this. I'm going to pull, I think I can pull my green screen up without knocking anything over. Hold on a second. So let's see. Now, I'm obviously not centered on this, but let's see what we can do. So upstream key, we're going to do a chroma key on that one, and I just disappeared on y'all. Let me turn that off, and I want to do a sample over here. Oop. Fill source is a front camera. That's what I'm trying to do. All right, and then if we bring that on, okay, so you can see I've removed this a little bit here. Now, if we go to our SuperSource, the question is it going to carry over? So if I set this, and you can't see because of what I'm doing, my apologies. I want to see if I can bring this up. I'm going to do a SuperSource here. And I thought it would carry over. Now I could do it on top. I thought they said you could do that. I may have misspoke, but Pastor B, I will circle back with you. And like I said, do some research on that. I thought you could. So, again, my apologies on that. Haven't used my green screen in so long, I might as well. Let's see if we can zoom in. Oh, that's 2 clips. Just a little bit. And let's see. I got my TVA shirt on with Miss Minutes. Let's go to our next question here. Congaman 61. Let's see here. Where can I get some consultation, I'm assuming, on how to set up presenter or pro presenter? Well, what aspect of that? I need to know direction. Maybe I already have something there or not, but we can see. Josh wants to know, where can I access the virtual swag downloads for the conference? We don't have it, unfortunately. That's one of the other things we've had to cut. I will try and put some stuff together, which is mainly just going to be some graphics and stuff like that. But that's one of the things, unfortunately, from a time crunch, didn't get a chance to finish. Some teachers have provided me stuff in the description of their class under the schedule. It has documents. I think like Otis is the only one that has something that can download right now, unless I misplaced something. But we're working on it, folks. Emmanuel, what is the best way to do a live stream from one location and have another camera in another location join in? It depends. I know some people have used OBS Ninja for that. If you're using the ATEM, you could use a streaming bridge to do that. You need to know enough about putting it on the DMZ or open up a firewall. You can connect and set up a IP address and the key and all this other stuff like that. That's one way. But I need to know what equipment you got first to help direct that. J. Albert, Hey, really love the hybrid behind the scenes service with real people working out the magic of media management. Hey, thank you. I'm actually going to be back at Spring Creek Sunday, helping them again with that. You never know. I might be there for a extended period of time. You never know. Linda, yeah. Let's see. I am new to OBS. Next week, I will be start training at my church as a tech. Awesome. Well, congratulations. And welcome to the club. Oh, also, by the way, folks, if you are not a part of the Facebook group, hey, make sure you go ahead and jump up on there. It's really simple. You only got 3 questions you got to answer, and the main one is don't live stream inside the group. And we have a roundtable every other week where you're talking with other media ministry folks, and most likely we're at around like 2,500 people all over the world. So no matter what you're going through, somebody is going through it, has been through it, or just came out of it. So, you got a whole lot of us for us to work with each other to get through. And like I said, we normally do a roundtable every other week, but this conference, both of the conferences, we're going to have roundtables as the last session. And the only way you can get a partake directly into that roundtable is you need to be a part of the Facebook group. That's where the Zoom information is. But everybody else can watch, and they can throw questions in the chat, and we'll throw them out to the group. So you don't want to miss it. We have some great time in the roundtables. We go from having fun all the way to prayer. You just never know. We've raised money and blessed other ministries. Because we're all about helping each other. So you don't want to miss it. Back to Conga Man. What you can do is, for that question, I will put this up. Hit me up at questions@ajhomes.com, and we can see what we do. I will get back with you, or D, my admin, will follow up with you, and we can see what we can do. And we got some people helping me with the answer to the Pastor B's question here. Hold on, let me see. Let me jump over here. And the answer was reactivate the upstream key when the super source is active. Okay, so let's try that. So we're going to go over to super source. And then it says activate the upstream key. I thought I did that. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. I'm going to have to play around with that. But thank you for the direction. It gives me some stuff to do with that. And we got a lot of questions because all of a sudden it started flooding on here. So let me catch up to see where we're at. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Josh, yes, the M1 Mac Mini I was looking at getting because that was the most economical because I'm not just throwing no cash around just because, but plus it's small and I can integrate it into what I'm doing, maybe put Pro Presenter and stuff like that, and then also just have another Mac because I have a lot of ministries that ask me questions and I just don't have it to do anymore. And plus that's the latest and greatest, and I know by the time I get my Hackintosh done, I'm gonna have to rebuild it all over again. So, and then the Hackintosh doesn't give me all access to everything like I really want. Let's see. Thoughts on BitFocus Companion for Media Ministry? I think it's great. I actually have dabbled with it a little bit, and I just haven't had the time to sit down and play intently with it. It's a group that I follow, really cool channel that gave away some free super source transitions for that. And let me give them a shout out. A to Z Productions. That's who they are. They actually do a lot of behind the scenes stuff, which is really, really cool. We give credit to where there's some awesome stuff out there. But like I said, they were giving away some free transitions and stuff like that. Really awesome. I remember when they were around like 1,000 subscribers, and they're at 10,000. So awesome, and they give a lot of high-end production stuff, but really cool. Hit them up. Tell them I sent you. Tell them I said hello. They don't know me, but hey, if you can learn something from me, learn something from them, hey, that's what I'm all about, because I learn from them as well. Mike wanted to know, you originally talked about limits on the class sizes. Is that still a thing? I would say no right now, because originally a lot of things had to change with the conference, because I wanted to be the best experience possible. Originally, we wanted to have people sign up so we would know how many students are in a class. But since we had to pivot in a different direction in the last 2 weeks, it's kind of just open right now. Sorry, teachers, for put you through that, but there was no way to easily set up registration for a class. So it's really open. Look at the schedule. You can join at any time, any class you want. I don't think it was a lot of classes that needed a requirement for joining. Like, I know I'm doing an ATEM mini deep dive, and originally I wanted people to join the class to have the ATEM, but at this point it's like, hey, let's just get it going. So no. Antonio saying, can I drop a link to the green screen that I'm using? Sure. I was actually looking at getting another one so that I don't have to keep sliding this thing all over the place. But it is the Elgato green screen. It is collapsible. They also have a mountable one. I wanted to get that one, but since I'm in an apartment, I didn't want to do that. But I know when I do get a spot, I will get a couple of other ones here. So I just put it in the chat for you. Yeah, I did. I did that, but it didn't work when the Super Source key is active. I mean, I did that, but I'm gonna have to come back with. But thank you. I will play around with that. G. Albert, let me see. I recently got a Mac Mini with the M1 chip. They had to return one because it was undersized. Spent the extra $203 for more memory and disk space. See, that's the only thing I don't like about the Mac. I mean, it's $699 for an 8-core, 8 gigabytes of memory, and a 256 gig hard drive. To go to a double 512, they jump it by $200, and I'm like, that makes no sense. I just bought a 512 gigabyte NVMe that costs $50. I don't understand what justifies $200 for that. I just don't understand that. James here. Hey, AJ, we purchased the streaming package from you, Reaching the World Bible Church. We are replacing the deck link with a Blackmagic deck link Quad 2, and also replacing graphics card with a GTX 1660. Thoughts? The 1660 is awesome. The Decklink Quad 2, I've messed around with that. That's cool as well too. Oh, you built a stream. I mean, you purchased a streaming PC for me. Okay, I gotta remember that's most likely a Ryzen 5 1600 CPU. Yeah, I mean, because that's what. Minus the Decklink Quad, that's exactly what my streaming PC used to be until I donated the 1660 to somebody else when graphics cards started going down. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a good system. I don't dare want to ask how much it costs to get that GTX 1660. Yeah, because graphics cards are crazy. And he was saying we did this because we needed the output from vMix to show in the church, and we have a total of 5 cameras. Understood. Now, honestly, I would say, hey, you ever thought about getting the ATEM Mini Extreme? That'll give you 8 outputs, and that can help too. Josh was saying, go back to the background from the old videos. Man, that was when I was actually living with family, and I was in the kitchen. So I did this, and I had just a graphic. So I don't know. It all depends. Josh, don't worry about the memes. This is more of just talking about getting everything prepped for the conference and stuff like that. But I appreciate it. We'll go back to the memes for next week. Well, we might do this again because I forgot we got another conference on that other time too. Kellen White, good to see you again. Hey, AJ, thoughts on wireless video for a projector? I mean, it works. I'm actually in talks with who is that? I'm in talks with some company. Is it Hollyland? Yeah. Talking with Hollyland about this little device here. For wireless video transmission. And honestly, I dabbled with one that was at Antioch's Chapel, and that was only $150, and it worked well. For me, I would never put anybody's face on it that has to be in sync with sound because there is going to be a delay. That's why I'm looking forward to testing out this Hollyland Mars 400S Pro to see how that responds with it. But I use it for graphics and scripture that it doesn't need to be in sync or presentations, and that works fine for me. JB wants to know, do we all receive a certificate after the conference? I don't have a certificate to give. I mean, I can make one in Word and send it out to y'all if y'all want. But, I mean, this is the thing, folks. I'm excited about it because I really want this to go into something bigger. And let me drop my screen here. I really want to go into something bigger with this because, like I said, for y'all to know, this is something that most of us are volunteers. And, you know, I scrounged around on YouTube to try and find some stuff. And then I started my channel to hopefully make the training easier for my media ministry and then anybody else. And I wanted this to be something to where we can all collaborate, come together, and help share. And this is aiming for this to be an annual thing. And then not just in the United States, but want it to be in different time zones and different countries. This is something that we're working towards. But, you know, I if you're in the Facebook group and you've been in the round table, a lot of them know the vision that I have for this, and it's significantly bigger than what we're doing. But we have to start. Every journey starts with one step, and I'm excited about that. Is there an email or virtual consultation available to design audio, video, and security for a church to handle both in-person and live stream? Yes. If you hit me up at questions@ajhomes.com, I've done that with a couple of people, and I'll do my best to try and help you get that done. One of our conference teachers, Mr. Monty, the Mac Mini M1 is a powerhouse machine. That's what I heard, and I'm excited to see what it can do. But again, I ain't trying to spend no grand on a Mac system at all. That's just me. Not trying to be mean. Hey, AJ, when using cut transition for cutting cameras, how long should you wait to cut back to the main camera? Well, it all depends. I like to play around with the human eye. You ever heard about when people drive for a long time, like in the desert or something like that, and the roads are straight, they get hypnotized because nothing has changed. The way the eyes work, there's so much stuff going around us, we notice change. When something doesn't change, that's how, like, if nothing happens in your house or something like that, you completely can become completely blind to stuff being there if it doesn't move. So I do that to where I make some type of motion and switch between cameras, not to where it's annoying, but to keep people engaged so it makes the brain stay engaged because, oh, something has changed. For me, maybe every 90 seconds to 2 minutes, something like that. And that's how I flowed with Spring Creek. But, you know, you just got to gauge your audience. Me, I don't really cut unless it's something very action-packed to go with, or I need to cut immediately to somebody that's in sync with what the preacher is saying. Most of the time I do a fade, but, I mean, you know, I gauge it, so it's not really anything. I just do it enough to where it's not annoying. That's the best thing I could say. Sennheiser XSW1825 or the Shure BLX288 PG58. I don't know. I've never used either one of them, so I really don't give you any suggestions on anything I haven't used. But I will look them up and see what that is. So that is, what is that? That is the XSW 1825. Okay, that is a wireless mic system here. Okay, and then the other one was a BLX 288. Honestly, I don't know. We use Shure mics, but honestly, I've never used either one of them. It's kind of hard for me to say. I would ask that to the community. What y'all think? Any of y'all use those? Please help a brother out. Back to G. Albert. AJ, my church is using both PC and Mac. I'm the one that knows how to spell OBS, but am now interested in learning eCam on the Mac to replace my OBS config with ATEM. Appears to be powerful. Now, Justin Nava, he actually uses eCam Live a lot. He knows that. I started dabbling with it, but then that's when my Hackintosh took a L. So maybe I'll dabble with that a little bit more once I get this M1 and play around with that. Unique DNA. I have the Mars 400 Pro. Is great and very low latency. Awesome. Thank you for that. So good. It won't go to waste when we start dabbling with it. I want to try that with formation sports and doing some other stuff as well too. So that's really going to be cool. Okay, Monty, you got it too. Awesome. Says he loves that as well too. All right, Paul. Looking at using IP cameras for OBS. Any luck on minimizing the massive delay? I mean, if you're going straight over the network, unless you make a VLAN that's dedicated just for that, I mean, you're dealing with the traffic. Maybe do quality of service or something like that on your router if it's supported, so it helps. But I mean, inherently, you're going to have that type of issue. I have not experienced that. That's why I don't. I haven't been able to resolve that. That's why I don't use that. I always hardwire it if need be, or NDI is the closest thing that I would think. Pastor B, you got an answer saying, I just figured it out. You have to change the fill source to super source, then turn the upstream key on, and then, in my case, change the program source to MP1, and it worked. Thanks for the comment earlier. Awesome. Okay, I need to write that down and play around with that. All right, back to the mics that y'all are talking about. Josh says he uses those mics at his church. Awesome. Yeah, so Josh says he uses the Shure. Awesome. Oh, man. I'll tell you one thing, man, this, now let me repeat this, because in my video that I did today, I actually was a lot rougher when I say this. I do not hide the fact that I'm not people have told me to start calling myself a professional, but I don't consider myself a super duper professional. Most of this stuff is DIY to where we figured it out to get it working. I had somebody put a comment saying that, we shouldn't pay AJ for labor because he doesn't do this and he doesn't do this and all this other stuff. Now, in all honesty, when I show you my installs, I don't show you the finished product of crawling up under the floor and show you how I've bundled the cable, tacked it down with a C-clamp to get it up off of the way. I run it perpendicular to power cable so that it doesn't cause interference. I do all that, but that's boring. That's why I don't show it to y'all. The main thing is showing that an amateur like me who didn't know nothing at the beginning with trial and error can figure stuff out. That's the point of what I'm doing. So please be polite and, try to be nice. But, if you come off being a jerk, I'm going to kick you off the channel and put you on hide. Because, that stuff is not necessary. And, again, for anybody to come in and say, AJ don't deserve this. That you don't rate that to do. I don't tell you, or no one should tell anybody what somebody else deserves, because you don't know their life. All right. So I do this to help. If you don't like what I'm talking about, there are millions of other YouTube channels that you can watch. Just like if you don't like what message is coming or the people at one ministry, guess what? There are millions out there, you know? And again, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying, hey, folks, don't be a internet thug and trying to talk a big game and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I'm just trying to help. If you don't like it, hey, unsubscribe, go somewhere else. The nicest way possible. Let's see what else. So Aaron was saying, I do cuts and fades depending on how the cameras are set up. I tried to fade one time and the pastor moved back and it made my fade look crazy. I've seen that before as well too. It all depends. Elvie Collier, AJ, I see how you work and you need to be paid. Well, I appreciate it. Well, thank you. Hey, I just try to help. Joseph Smith here. What product would you recommend for going from live video to slides on the projector without much work and them not being able to notice we are going to a different input? I mean, honestly, a switcher, like the ATEM Mini, the base one would do that. Any other regular switcher is going to be a hard handshake change. That's what that jarring signal. The switcher would handle that. Hello, Sam. What is going on? Another question from Mr. G. Albert. Our church acquired a Blackmagic television studio HD. Give me one of these. Yay. But anyway, and a Blackmagic web presenter and a couple of Canon cameras since COVID-19. We have been using StreamYard. Hard for folks to let go of StreamYard for Blackmagic. Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing. And I try and tell everybody, back in the day, it used to be, hey, you would just growing up at church, we would come in, turn the sound system on, you set the dials and you just don't touch it. You don't do that anymore. And that's the same way with this. When it comes to media ministry, just like I talk about from college, for the most part, college doesn't really teach you anything. What college really teaches you is how to teach yourself. I think that's the lesson that a lot of people learn. And then from media ministry is the principles of how live streaming and everything works, because this stuff changes on a daily basis. So we can't get so comfortable that this is just how I've used it, because StreamYard is adding new features. Blackmagic is adding new features. Facebook is changing stuff, their interface, almost like every 2 days. Everything is changing. The idea is being comfortable with being uncomfortable and being able to learn on the fly and constantly research, because what you're doing today can get enhanced and there's a better way to do it tomorrow, or they might decommission it and sunset it and then you can't use it and you got to learn some different way. I mean, that's always the struggle, because, we're creatures of habit. We want stuff to stay the same, but nothing stays the same. Only God stays the same. Francisco, what is going on? Another teacher at our conference. And I've been going to the site. A lot of people are testing out the site right now, which I gave them access to do, because I want everybody to be comfortable. And then especially after my sound went out, I need to make sure I test it again as well. And Josh also said, also would love to see a video on the ultimate Blackmagic design setup. Man, I want to get an ultimate Blackmagic design setup. If I had it to do, there's a couple of YouTubers, Epoch's Boss, I think that's his name. He uses an Ursa Mini for his main webcam. I'm like, yo, that's baller. I like that. I always want to get one of those. Maybe when we start doing some more production stuff and start doing some more sporting events and stuff like that, or the studio and things like that, I might want to get one of those. But I think that's really cool. But let's jump back over here to the site and show you again some other stuff that we're working on. So when you come inside of here, once you get registered, you know, you don't see anything until you get signed in. And let me log in here. I don't think it'll show me anything crazy. Did I reset my password? I think I did. Hold on, let me cut over here real quick because I don't remember. Oh, I remember. I remember what I did. I forgot. I changed my email address. So let me log in here real quick so we can show everything around here. Everybody must be on the site or something because it's going slow. All right, so there we go. We're back in here now. Yes, it's a oh, that's Mike and y'all. Y'all are talking back and forth. We got some folks from St. Kitts. I haven't been there in a while, but very beautiful island. Why am I getting logged out on here? That's strange. I keep going in here and it's kicking me out. Maybe I need to go reset my password again. I may need to come back in here myself and check this out. But while we're doing that, question is, how long do you recommend your intro video? Well, it depends. My intro video on YouTube is exactly 11 seconds. I got that from Sean Cannell at Think Media. But again, it depends on if you're talking about your church service. I don't know. I mean, you know, the mind can take what the butt can withstand. You don't want to have it dragging on too long. I would think, you know, close to 30 seconds, unless you got a lot of content on it. That might be a stretch. Hey, no problem, man. Hey, better late than never. Because, I mean, I'm really excited about this. And again, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy. I want to set the expectation that, you know, I'm really excited. And like I told everybody, and I'm not just saying this, I talk to y'all a lot on the videos that I do. I'm more excited of introducing y'all to a bunch of other media ministries and personnel there and giving them a platform for them to share with y'all. Because there's a lot of stuff that I don't know that, I mean, you got like Mr. Chuck Taylor talking about introduction to DAW and how to improve your audio stream. We got the team from France. They're talking about live streaming audio. We're talking about, Rachel is talking about succession planning. Reverend Arthur Leak is talking about government grant opportunities to get money for your ministry. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, you know. So I'm really excited about giving them a platform for them to share everything with y'all. And why is my, oh, okay, I see. I had another page open. That's why it kept kicking me out. And no. Oh, well, we'll have to figure that out. And back to Joe, we're talking about the intro and the ending. It depends. I mean, your ending is, I mean, you don't want to wear out your welcome. My suggestion is at the ending, tell them thank you, have a great day, get your point of contact to know they can find something else from you. Always ask them to like, subscribe, follow, something like that, and then be out. Like ours is 30 seconds, but the main message is 15. And then the music just fades for another 15 seconds and fades to black. That's how we do it. Back to JB. I see most of your YouTube videos that you are using SDI cables. Are you prefer it more than Ethernet cable for long distance like that? More why? Honestly, the reason I go with SDI cable is because SDI cable can go longer, and honestly, it's cheaper when you know how to make it. That's the reason why I do it. And most of the time I use shielded cable, and I don't have to worry about getting shielded Cat 6 cable. That's honestly the reason. Sam was saying, let's see, my sister told me about Doodle. They use it at school, and it allows for scheduling parents' meetings. Might be useful in the context of counseling. I haven't tried it yet. Okay, I might look at it. I use Bookly on my website for how I handle most of my stuff. And I really don't know why my website is acting up on me. Let me know, any of the teachers, if y'all get in there, if y'all have any similar issues. Hopefully we ain't got no shenanigans going on. LV Collier, yeah. Thanks for the heads up on the Thor HDMI to coax modulator. It saved me from rewiring with SDI cables to the lower part of the church. Hey, you're welcome. I'm actually getting ready to install that for another ministry to help him out. So I'm really excited about that. And what in the world is going on? Oh, now my account is there. That's strange. Anyway, let me see if it'll let me. Yeah, that's strange. All right, so anyway, I'm logged in now for some odd reason. So when you log in, now you're going to have sessions, and we're going to have 3 classrooms and keynotes. Keynotes are not going on at the same time with regular classes. Hopefully I'm not catching anybody that's in here. So I need to go ahead and delete this one, because a lot of this are testing that people are doing right now. But if it's live, you'll be able to join here and be able to chat. And most of the teachers are going to be in here and able to chat back and forth with you. When this session is over, this is going to start building, and we're going to be adding titles so people know what is what. So that way they can come in here and look back over and go back to a session. So like a lot of people have said, if you miss it live, once you pay for your ticket, you'll have access to all of this, and you can watch any further ones on the 31st, or you can go back and watch it. Or hey, you come in on the 24th, you can't come to the 31st, and then you can go back and watch after the fact up to an entire year. And honestly, I think it's going to be longer than a year, because this is on my account. And as long as I keep paying for it, you'll have access to it, and as long as we don't run out of space. Let me see. Is there anybody in here testing? See what it looks like. Yeah, so we've had a lot of people testing so far. I don't want to jump the gun and catch anybody off guard, but here's like a 16-minute one. So again, this would be, you would just pick the video. I don't even know who this is. Oh, this is actually Reverend Arthur Leak. Yeah, so he was testing, so that's cool. So you see, we got a bunch of them, so you can always go back and see back and forth. Classroom number 2. Is anybody in here right now? Oh, Josh. Yeah, up in here. All right, so he's testing while he's in the chat. And then we got another classroom, number 3. All right, Mike was testing that out in the chat, so really cool. So like I said, I'm going to go and clean out all of these. And if you needed to know, we'll go back to the home page here. And we are going to go to our schedule. And day number 2, I'm still building that out based off of how tomorrow goes. But for the most part, here's our sessions. My little spiel, like I said at the beginning, it's at 7:30, but I might push this back to 8:30, to be quite honest, so I don't have to get up that early. It's just going to be just talking about what this is. And then the deep dive starts with me at 9. And then we also have audio mixing approaches at 9 with the team from France. We got David Baskerville producing the Great Commission at 10. Reverend Arthur Leak, grant writing opportunities at 10. And my brother-in-law, Glenn Thomas, is teaching ways to use Zoom in ministry. And yeah, so day 1 schedule is full, and then the round table is at 8 p.m. So really excited about that. So let's jump back over here and let's see. Now that I've stalled a little bit, let's go back to G. Albert here. Our Blackmagic hardware configuration is very different from what was originally set up at our church. we did not have any documentation after sharing with y'all. It would be nice to share with, yeah, if you're in the Facebook group, please let us know what you decide to do. Honestly, Josh, it's most likely because I got probably 5 windows open and I'm probably logged in somewhere else that I didn't realize. That was probably what's giving me an issue. Plus I have my account, which is also the admin account for the site. So I don't know. Darren, with a paid Google account, you can do appointment scheduling with Google Calendar. Yeah, I just moved my business to a paid Google account. They handle that stuff, and my admin, she does that, and she does scheduling and stuff like that. I need to play around with some more stuff. I mean, I have the lifetime license with Google, with Bookly, and that's what I use for my consultations and everything on the website. But as we transition, that she's booking more of my stuff because we're supposed to be going to Chicago to do an install in November. I got something else in Pennsylvania the first week in August, in Iowa, then we're in Las Vegas in October. And, she handles my calendar so that if y'all are contacting me, that's why I always push y'all to her, because she holds my calendar. Because when y'all call me and send me messages, I'm up under a floor somewhere, and I'm just saying yes, honestly, because I'm in a tight place and I'm holding my phone, and most likely my phone was my flashlight. So I need to push that to D, and D's handling my calendar. But thank you. I will look into that. Ishmael, hello. How you doing? Let's see. I'm wondering. Let me see if we can do something here to spice up everything. I'm gonna try and dabble with something here. Let me know down in the chat what out of the sessions that y'all have seen, what are y'all excited about for those who are going to the conference? Let me know. I like to know, because we're going to send out a survey, because this is meant for y'all. Want to make this as best as possible to help suit your needs, and especially when things get a lot easier. We want to open this up to where we're still going to be virtual, but we're going to have a place where you can actually go and sit in on these conferences as well too. Antonio, I am coming to Chester, PA. Taking the train up there. It said I'm coming into a train in Philadelphia. And then I'm probably going to catch up with some college friends I haven't seen in a minute in New Jersey, but they work in Philadelphia. And then, most likely I might be bringing my daughter with me. She's never been on the train, so might be excited about that. But we'll see. And most of the time, I will, especially in the Facebook group, because I don't like putting my info out there like that, I will let the folks know in the Facebook group what and when and all that other stuff, where I'm going, so we can, holla and catch up and stuff like that if anybody is interested. That's 709. Let's see, 709. All right, folks, if you give me a half a second, we might try and do something here. All right, so JHB said he's looking forward to the DOS session. Awesome. Pastor B wants to know, is there an outline of what the conference will cover? Honestly, the main thing is just looking at the sessions. That's the easiest way to know what is going on. So, folks, what I think I'm going to do, click schedule. We're going to do today, and we're going to do tomorrow. All right, folks. So effective. Yeah, I'll knock it down to right there. So effective. Now, you can get your ticket to the conference if you haven't. We'll knock $5 off off of it. So it's $70. It will go retroactively. It will shut down at midnight East Coast time. So, you know, we knocked it down $5, hopefully making it a little bit easier to get in there. And hold on, I got to sneeze now. Whew, excuse me. Yeah, if you go in there now, it is $70. It's only up. You got 5 hours. 5 hours, and then it goes back to the regular price. Let's see what else. Great, close to Philly. Awesome. Mike is excited about healthy church engagement. That's what Courtney with church apps. Awesome. Back to Mr. G. Albert. Hey, being a pain, you're not. When streaming, are you using a Blackmagic web presenter as your primary source as a Blackmagic camera and Blackmagic audio, or are you streaming from the Blackmagic ATEM Television Studio HD? We're using the ATEM Television Studio HD program, SDI program out into a streaming PC with a deck link and using OBS. That's what we're using. At the other church where I installed it, they're using the web presenter. I actually need to follow back up with them. I haven't heard from them in a minute, but yeah. You pay for just the entire conference, and then you can go to any session that you want. That's how it is. All right, let's see. Setting up the SMT AV camera. When setting the address in my controller, I set the target IP, and then my controller asks for a port. A target port 1, is that correct? Are you using the IP joystick, or are you using the serial? I'm assuming that you're talking about AJay, you're talking about an IP. I never set the SMTP with an IP, so it's strange. I mean, I got another controller here, but I don't have that camera exactly to mess with it. The target port. I mean, the port, if you log into the camera directly, it'll tell you what that information is. I don't recall it off the top of my head. Sorry. LV Collier, I know someone was just talking about that in the Facebook group. So if nobody here does it, I know literally someone was just talking about that in the Facebook group. Yeah, that's Mike is talking about, this is another class that session that Monty is teaching, social media content delivery strategies. Awesome. Josh, you were showing off. I saw yours, and you making everybody look bad with your stuff. So I'm excited. Josh just turned 13, and he is teaching generational specific ministry. Kind of piggybacks off of Mr. J. Kyle's book here, Church Emergency, Create Intergenerational Synergy in Ministry Now. Awesome read. I don't know if he's still there in the chat, but be excited about his stuff. I mean, it's really important because a lot of ministries, unfortunately, are only focused on one generation. And it's not that younger generations don't think God is important. It's not that God has lost relevance. Your local ministry may have lost relevance to that generation, because if you don't speak to them, you don't have nothing for them, they're going to find somewhere else to go. So it really talks about how all the generations can work together instead of forcing a younger generation or an older generation to be young and vice versa. To speak to each one of their strengths. D, who is my admin, keeping my calendar straight, wants to know, does anyone know how to add Facebook to a TriCaster, getting camera errors? YouTube have no issues. I don't know. What's the error that you're getting, D? And also, are you using RTMPS? Or what else? And Steve was saying that the camera doesn't have a port. I don't know. I mean, it should, if you're if you're just connecting directly to it, you would just put the IP address in. What controller are you using? M&S. Well, Jay Kyle is there, so Jay Kyle, they're asking what's the name of the book. So I'm gonna actually put a link to it on Amazon, or did you want them to go to your website, sir? Please let me know. I'll link it here in the chat. Church emergency. There you go. So they're saying, yeah, I'm here enjoying the dialogue. Awesome. Let me go back to G. Albert with his ATEM setup. Any preferences between using the Blackmagic web presenter or the ATEM television studio? The studio is also feeding the HyperDeck. Well, you're going to need something because the ATEM studio can't stream itself. You need to have it going into something, and that's what the web presenter is doing, or a computer. And that's what we do. The ATEM television studio out is feeding into the HyperDeck, and then the HyperDeck is being sent to our Thor HD HDMI RF modulator that feeds all the other screens. But then we also split the SDI out into a SDI distribution hub, which then goes directly to our projectors. And also, praise the Lord, everybody. I got word that we are finally upgrading our projectors. Yay. So that's going to be exciting to be 40 feet in the air and hooking up some laser projectors. So I'll bring y'all along with me with that. Steve was saying that is that. I need to look up that model. PTZ joystick. So, Steve, which one of these is it? And of course they're giving, I mean, because most of these are exactly the same. They're just, so I'm assuming, is it something like this? Let me know, and maybe we can see if we can dig in to find out something. Back to G. Albert, for UD, saying that they had a similar issue with YouTube and had to create a separate RTMP key. Okay. Let's see. So also, folks, let me know, what else are y'all excited about out of the classes that are going on there? Honestly, when I'm not teaching, I'm going to be popping into a bunch of other classes. I'm really interested in seeing, well, we're going to have some group discussions as well, too, which I just realized I did not put up on there. Let me see. Let me look that up. All right, so Steve, you told me that is the right one. So I'm going to have to do some research to help you on that one. Maybe we'll pull up the manual and look through it. So let me see. Let's see. Trying to see who would be interested in the group discussions. I don't have anybody signed up for that one. So originally we were going to have group discussions of live streaming gear, developing a team, beyond service creativity. I don't see no one signed up for them to join and talk. So we'll see. We might have to come and revisit those. Is there a banner for the conference? What do you mean by banner? Just a graphic or a theme? I mean, that could be interpreted a couple ways. I want to make sure I get it. Mike is saying that he's nervous about teaching mine as a first. Hey, it's a first for all of us, man. You'll do great. You'll do great. Yes, after every session is live streamed, it automatically is available to be replayed back. So if you say you buy a ticket today at the $5 discount to get it at $70, you'll be able, and if you miss all of the live streams and it's over, you can be able to log back in at any time and watch the replay of them. And you will also still have access to join again, come into the website on the 31st and join any of people if they do a stream again. Like for me, I'm going to be teaching ATEM Mini Deep Dive, but I'm going to be teaching it again live on the 31st. Some people are, I think, like some folks have convocation or a conference or something with their ministry, so they're available on the 24th, but they won't be here for the 31st, so you'll be able to watch their session again there. The conference flyer is on the Facebook group, and this is the closest thing that we have to our flyer. This is a graphic for that. And if you're in the Facebook group, that is available as a download for you to get if you wanted something like that. Mike was saying that Jamie McKinley was wanting to do the creativity group session. Hey, I need to have the info down so that I can set up a call so that we can be on the group. Either because right now I'm using vMix Max, and I was going to use the vMix Call, and I can have 8 people come in, but I need people's info ahead of time so I can send them. So have them send me a message on in the Facebook group or something so I can get everybody in. Orain, sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I'm 15 years old, and I started streaming to YouTube in 2018. I'm the one that encouraged my friends to learn what I'm doing with OBS. Awesome. Now we have an ATEM Mini Extreme, 2 cameras, and a lot of computers, and my church is very proud since its teams controlling everything. Thank you. That's awesome, because I fight with so many ministries that think that the youth can't do anything, and that goes back to J. Kyle's book talking about intergenerational synergy. Each generation has a strength. My daughter is 6, and she knows tablets like it ain't nothing. What will be the point of me trying to teach her something that she's already comfortable with, or being so daggone stubborn that we need to be in control that we don't give an opportunity for other generations that are their skill set? You know, I don't even want to get into that. But anyway, let me finish up. Oh, yeah, that was your same comment. But see, that's awesome. And really proud of you, because, I mean, that's awesome. It gives every generation their own part to partake. You know, it used to be, I mean, with technology, it's opened up so many venues. I mean, it's nothing the matter with your media ministry expanding out into TikTok. I don't do TikTok. I'm not interested in that. But that doesn't mean that ministry can't happen on it. You know, why not give it to somebody or a generation or a youth or somebody that's proficient at it and use it? I mean, so many people have this stigma that you have to be a certain age to do something, which honestly I think is stupid. If they're mature enough and understand it, let them minister and help and share, whatever. Because again, that's what I just said. My channel doesn't cater to everybody else. You know, Monty talks about stuff more proficiently than I do in certain areas. Am I against y'all going to watch Monty? No. You learn from him in different aspects. You learn from me. I have tons of subscribers. I mean, tons of channels that I'm subscribed to. Just because you watch one or learn from one doesn't mean that you can't learn from something else in a different aspect. You know, I say that to say that just because if you're 80 and you minister, I can hear from you. Compared to if somebody who's 6 and they might have a word, you never know, that they can just say something and just gets at you and it's like, I never thought of it like that. You can be ministered to by anybody if you realize that God can work through anything. If he can talk, if you can use rocks and you can use a burning bush, why do we think that he can't use children, teenagers, young adults, 40 to 50-year-olds like me, 50 and older, 60 and older, 70? Why do we put this limit on? Anyway, I don't want to go down that path. But again, awesome. Brian Jones, hello. So Josh, you're still the youngest. You're still the youngest. Yeah, folks, I'm really excited about everything, and I've been up since like 4:00 this morning, and my excitement can only take me but so far. I'm starting to get tired, but like I said, folks, the discounted price, I'm not even going to announce it, because the only way that you would actually know that is if you're on the live stream. Even though it says it's at $75, once you go through it, and let me see, because I'm already registered, so it won't let me do it like this. Let's go to it incognito. Let's just prove it here. Register. Boom, there you go. See? The discounted price. So it's there, it's live, and it is real. So again, really excited about everything. Like I said, I want to set the expectations. Please give us some grace. This is the first time that we've been able to bring so many different ministries from all over the world in different time zones. It's a lot of technology. We're just trying to help. We will have some hiccups. We're just asking for some grace and understanding, and we're going to learn and hopefully learn from this experience and make it better next time around, and help y'all in whatever aspect. So in other words, I want everybody to realize that you're not in this battle by yourself, and we can work together. I'm not great at sound engineering, but there's somebody is, and I can learn and glean some knowledge from them. I might know the ATEM and other people might not. Hopefully you learn something from me. It's an opportunity for us to all share our gifts and talents with each other, and all of us collectively move forward, and just want to give a platform so that we can all do that. So really, really excited about all of that. Sandra, Patreon supporter, thank you, was saying, hello, I was driving so could not chat. No problem. Steve was saying, God must be working here because he healed my controller. It works. Awesome. Hey. G. Albert was saying, if you're having issues logging in, who should we reach out? Email info@emissionaryconference.com, and someone will get back to you if you're having some issues. Most likely, we're just going to do a reset for you so you can get back in. You might have been having the issues that I was having. So give it a second, but if not, email at the bottom of the main page. Go to that contact at the bottom. If I can cut back over here so you can see it. Just come back over here, go all the way down to the bottom, and then just put your info in here, and then someone will get back to you and be able to get something. All right, let me get this last question here, and then we're going to be up and out of here. Never mind, I was saying it's working out. Okay, but last question here from Roy. I do a lot of mobile streaming, and I'm interested on buying 2 PTZ Optics 30X and an IP controller joystick to put with my ATEM in Extreme. What do I need to control the PTZ on the field for long distance? Well, it depends how long distance, because I'm looking at doing something the same. Now, the one thing I do know, this is what I had an issue with the PTZ Optics. I think the main one does not have an ND filter, so it got washed out like crazy in the sun for me. That's why I couldn't use it at a football game. But, I mean, you can do SDI. That will run for 300 feet, or you could convert it to fiber, and then fiber can send it. I don't think you can send power. You can't send power over that. I mean, you need to send power to the camera. You can do that over an Ethernet cable. And then SDI can go up to 300 feet. You can get then SDI to go back and convert it back at the ATEM SDI to HDMI converters, or you can use a HDMI to fiber converter. I think Blackmagic makes those. Playing around with that. You mainly just need power and power video, and that's it. If you're doing power over Ethernet, that would give you control to control it as well too. That's what I would think about that. But I'm looking at doing some stuff like that too for the next football season. Have some more cameras on the field and all this other fun stuff. All right, folks, let me get up out of here because I need to get some sleep so that we can be up bright and early. And I'm going to change this to say that my keynote is actually 8:30 instead of 7:30. No, I did 7:30 because I start teaching at 9. Oh, well, we'll figure it out. Looking forward to seeing y'all tomorrow. Like I said, for everybody who's on the conference, if you want to get your ticket, it's $5 off until midnight. Hopefully y'all get something excited. Thank you, all the teachers. Again, I could not have done this without y'all. I really appreciate the fact that you're willing to want to share and do all this other stuff. And I'm really excited. Hopefully y'all learn something that will move your ministry forward for the ultimate purpose of sharing the message to one more person. That's what it's all about. If no one's ever told you, thank you so much for what you're doing. I really appreciate it. Have a good day, evening, night, afternoon, wherever you are, all over the face of the planet. And, you know, I want to thank the patrons and the YouTube members for making this possible. I don't want to bring their names up because I think my stuff is out, so I don't have their people up here. But anyway, thank you so much, folks. We will see y'all. If y'all are coming to the conference, we will see y'all in a few hours. So y'all have a great one, and love y'all. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support and prayers, and we will see y'all tomorrow. Later.